up, y'all? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Peace, y'all. Take care of each other. Protect your energy.
What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here, honey. I don't have anything to talk about. We're gonna go and see what's on the blogs.
I sponsor the blog.
Let me tell you something.
To be honest with you, I was like this week, I think it was yesterday, I tweeted I honestly, I'm sorry, but I am so sick of hearing about Xscape and the drama surrounding that group. I am sick of it. I'm sick of it. If I see another thumbnail with their faces, one of their group members' faces on it, it's just like, this is the attention y'all wanted from this show? God damn. Like 4 weeks ago, we didn't even know who Rocky was. Like, and now his sunken in face is on every time I look up, I see his Skeletor face. I'm just like, ugh. So annoyed with it. I really am. I'm just like, is this the attention they want? Is this like, are they good with this? The stuff going on with Candy and Tamar. I'm just like, girl, did they try to say that SWV was oversaturated? This, when I tell you is oversaturation, I was like, honestly, I'm looking forward to the day of the season finale and of Xscape and SWV show. I'm sorry. I'm just so tired of listening to, of hearing people talk about them. It's just like over and over and over and over. It's really become nauseating. It's just like, oh my God, another story. 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 What? It's like, ooh. Shout out to the social commentators and the trending topic people who are, reviewing all of this stuff, because I don't see how y'all do it. It's just over and over, and I'm like, ooh, girl, I'm so tired of talking about them. And then yesterday we saw that Eva Marcel, she filed for divorce from Michael Sterling. That's actually something that I didn't think that I would see that coming. We know on average marriages last 8 years on average, but I thought they would be married for a while, like at least 10 years. I thought they made it to 5. And another thing I find so like I don't know who works over there in the Fulton County court system or whatever, but the motherfuckers are over there releasing. I know it's a matter of public record, but even Drew Zadora came out and was like, she wants her divorce record sealed, because I don't know who works over there, but they sell shit to these blogs. They do. I believe it, because how the fuck, like, I know Eva, I'm not saying like Eva is not somebody that we would like want to know is getting divorced, but like the same day she filed for divorce, somebody is releasing the public records. God damn. It's a mess. So I don't know why she's getting a divorce. The first thing that I thought of was a free spirit and a politician. And I remember dating a politician an aspiring politician, I should say. He was an aspiring politician, and he turned out to be someone who lied a lot. He lied about the littlest, the smallest, the tiniest, the littlest, the dumbest shit. I'd be like, why? I would ask her, why did you lie about that? Girl, like, what are you lying for? Like, that's just too much. You lied too much. So I was like, ooh, he wants to be a politician, honey. He's on his way, because he lied. When I tell you that motherfucker lied like a rug, honey. I was like, ooh, you lied too much. I would catch him in so many just like lies about the stupidest things. It's like, Because to me, I feel like, I always say, like, when people lie, they have a reason, and it's either out of fear or gain, right? You're either trying to get something or you're afraid of something, right? Or you're afraid, right? And when I come in contact with people who don't lie for fear or gain, and they just lying to just be lying, I'm just like, girl, yes, something is wrong with you. Like, and to me, I feel like when people lie, because people lie, okay, we're not gonna act like people don't lie, because people lie. And so I've rationalized, like, I'm like, okay, so why did they lie? Were they trying to get something out of somebody? Were they afraid that they were going to get in trouble about something? Why did they lie? And if they don't have a reason, to me, I feel like something is something ain't right. Something ain't clicking. That's how I feel. I feel like that. So Eva Marcel, that's the first thing I thought of, was this free spirit and this politician, and maybe it just didn't work, maybe it just wasn't working. And then I saw so many people like, oh my God, he adopted her daughter. Now he's gonna have to pay child support for her daughter. And I'm like, that's the first thing y'all go to? It's just so, I don't know how to say it. Like, I don't want to say it's not, it's so classless. Like, that's the first thing you go for. And another thing, speaking of money, can y'all stop fighting with other people's money? Like, I thought about Akbar fighting with Candy's money. How about she's the most paid? I see it all the time. She's just an example. But I see it all the time where people come back and be like, that's why she got money. I'm like, what? Are you fighting with somebody else's money? Where is your money? Girl, I was just like online just reading stuff last night. Like, girl, shut up. Shut your damn mouth. So yeah, Eva, she filed for divorce. Let's see what it says. Let's see. And then I was talking to Nate last night, and he was like, the part that I really don't like about that is when, like, they were just like in February, they were just all hugged up and dancing and stuff like that. And I said, maybe they were trying to work it out. Maybe they were trying to, work on their marriage and trying to make things work. And Valentine's Day come, and we were going to love each other and do all this stuff and love, love, love. And maybe it just didn't work. But he was like, it's annoying when people fake it, when they act like nothing is wrong or nothing is happening in their relationship. It says Eva Marcel files for divorce from Michael Sterling following 4 years of marriage. One of the hardest decisions, it says. The Real Housewives of Atlanta, this is from People magazine. The Real Housewives of Atlanta star 38 filed for divorce from the lawyer on March 23rd, stating it's irretrievably broken, according to documents obtained by People. This has been one of the hardest decisions I've ever had to make. Oh, okay. So she talked to People exclusively. Okay. This is one of the hardest decisions I ever had to make, but sometimes life takes your journey in a direction where you're not expecting, Marcel tells People exclusively. Our children remain our biggest priority, and the 8.5 years we spent together will always be cherished. We ask that you respect our privacy at this time. The pair married on October 7th, 2018, and are currently living in a bona fide state of separation, Marcel's attorney wrote in the filing. They share 3 children, 4-year-old Michael Sterling Jr., whom they welcomed in 2018, Maverick Sterling, 3, and Sterling also a father figure to Marcel's daughter, Marley Ray, from a previous relationship with Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. The former American Next Top Model winner and Young and the Restless actress is seeking legal and primary custody of their children and child support, as well as support with care, maintenance, and medical costs. Marcel wants the court to award her equitable division of the assets she and Sterling gained during the marriage, as well as her own separate property. She wants their debt to be equitably divided too. Sterling has been absent from Marcel's Instagram profile since earlier this year. When she posted a photo of him on a yacht, she kept the caption simple with a sunflower emoji. Sterling's last posted photo of him and Marcille on Valentine's Day. In a snap, she's sitting on his lap as the two laugh and smile together. In a caption, he called her my forever Valentine. He added, "I'm so in love with you that there isn't anything else. Happy St. Valentine's Day, the Sterlings." RHOA viewers saw Marcille and Sterling tie the knot on an episode of Bravo series that aired March 2019. The couple was in tears as they said their I do's in front of 220 family and friends. So what do y'all think? The bond is unbreakable and our love is pure. The things you say, honey, when it's time to get married, child. Because I mean, like I said, I think the marketing for marriage is off. I don't think you should market a marriage as forever. I think it should be marketed like life insurance, like a term. You know, we're going to go 10 years and then we're going to come back to this license and see, do we want to renew it or not? I don't think like the license for marriage should be on different terms. Like, how long do you guys think you're going to be married? 5 years? 8 years? 10 years? Okay, so this license is going to be valid for 5 years. Come back in 5 years. If you guys are okay, you can renew your license. That's how I think marriage licenses should go. I don't think marriage license should be something that is like it lasts until it's done. I think it's something that should be renewed. Like every other thing you need a license for. Don't you got to go and go back to the board and see what's up and make sure that, you know, you got to renew your license. I got to renew my driver's license. What, every 5 years? Is it every 5 years? That's how I feel. So shout out to Eva. Hopefully she's, you know, made the right decision for her in her life. You know, we just saw her the other day talking about Kandi and Tamar and how, you know, because at first everybody thought it was her because Tamar mentioned a politician and a peach holder. So everybody was like, the Sterlings? And they were like, she was like, no, they weren't talking about us. But she's like, we ain't fighting nobody. We probably fighting each other. She didn't say that. I'm just saying. So that was it for that. And so, you know, good luck to Eva and Michael. And, you know, hopefully it's a clean break. Hopefully it is a clean break. Jonathan Majors, attorney slams assault allegations after the actor was arrested for allegedly assaulting his girlfriend, says the two have written statements, they have two written statements from the woman recanting her allegations. It says the internet, this is from the Neighborhood Talk, the internet has been buzzing this weekend after news broke that actor Jonathan Majors was arrested in New York City and charged for allegedly assaulting a woman who we later learned was his girlfriend. The woman, 30, told the police that Jonathan assaulted her and they placed him in custody without incident, which is standard in domestic situations. That means an investigation wasn't efficiently carried out. Come on, bias reporting. The woman claimed Jonathan struck her about the face with an open hand, causing substantial pain and a laceration behind her ear. The criminal complaint filed in the incident alleges. She also alleged that he grabbed her hand and put his hands on her neck, causing swelling, bruising, and substantial pain to neck and hand. Jonathan's attorney has slammed the allegations, saying evidence would prove his client's innocence. Jonathan Majors is completely innocent. We are quickly gathering and presenting evidence to the district attorney with expectation that all charges will be dropped imminently. Priya Chaudhry, Major's attorney, said in a statement on Sunday. His attorney also said that there is a video evidence from the car ride to support his claims, and most importantly, two written statements from the woman recanting these allegations. The NYPD is required to make an arrest in these situations, and this is the only reason Mr. Majors was arrested. We expect these charges to be dropped soon, Chaudhry's statement said. I want to read something from the Darkest Hue, or Darkest Hue, Darkest.Hue. She does like social commentary on her Instagram page. It's Darkest.Hue. and it's a safe space for dark-skinned Black girls, women, and femmes. Facilitating the uncomfortable conversations is her page. So she talked about Jonathan Majors. This is how I feel about it. I give the woman the benefit of the doubt in domestic violence situations. People lie. We know people lie. We know victims recant out of fear, out of intimidation, whatever. They recant their statements. Doesn't mean that things didn't happen. Now, that's how I feel. I always give the woman the benefit of the doubt. I don't give a damn about Jocelyn, is their name Jocelyn Bryant, that old ass woman that lied on a 14-year-old boy. I don't correlate the two. You're not going to get me hooked in to the race aspect of it, of white women lie on Black men, because Black men beat white women, and we've seen it. I just saw a football player throw his white woman wife, girlfriend, into a big screen television. So that's where I am with it. So I don't get hooked into that trauma bond that people have about the historical fact that white women do lie on black men, but we see that Black men do beat up white women. So both happen, both and, right? All right. So Darkest Hue, I wanted to read her post. It's a few, swipes. I'll put a link to it in the description. She says, she starts off like this. No, this is not Jonathan Majors' karma for dating white women, right? Because there is a lot of, comments about, well, that's what you get for dating a white woman, as if Black women are not the highest rates of intimate partner violence, domestic violence at the hand of black men. But there's this energy around Black women and Black men in a domestic violence situation where Black women don't want the cops to intervene because they're afraid of what the cops might do to the Black man because of the historical relationship, the domestic violence relationship between cops and Black people. And so that kind of hooks you into sometimes deal with abuse or not want that to happen. I've come to a place in my life where Black women, if a Black man puts his hands on you, any man puts his hands on you, call the cops and let the cops do with him what they will, because he had the gall and the nerve to put his hands on you. Let somebody put their hands on him. That's where I am. So you don't have to agree. That's where I am with it. All right. So no, this is not Jonathan Majors' karma for dating white women. The real irony underlying the scandal. Jonathan Majors arrested on strangulation and assault charges in Manhattan. Creed 3 star Jonathan Majors was arrested on Saturday, March 25th on domestic violence allegations involving a confrontation between Majors and an unnamed 30-year-old woman who is reportedly his girlfriend. The alleged victim was treated at a hospital for injuries to her neck and head. Majors' criminal defense lawyer, Priya Chaudhry, has, of course, come out to defend his innocence. She claims they have written letters from the alleged victim recanting her allegations and exonerating video footage that has yet to be released. Remember, recanted allegations do not automatically mean innocence, because intimidation and complex feelings of guilt can inspire victims to recant. A recanting victim is a victim nonetheless. These allegations have spurred racial anxieties, but like everything, it's complicated. Although the identity of the alleged victim is unknown, people are theorizing that she is white due to Majors' dating history. This is causing some people to immediately discredit her. While this is certainly a racist and painful history of white women falsely accusing Black men of violence, this history does not preclude white women from being abused by Black men. There are abusive men of all races, and some of the Black ones happen to abuse white women. In Majors' case, his alleged victim has had visible injuries, and 2 directors have since come out to express that he has a history of abusive behavior. In 2023, on February 14th, somebody tweeted and said, "There's a particular actor relatively new on the scene who Twitter has violently fallen head over heels for, who is actually, in actuality, is a vicious, cruel, abusive human being, both professionally and in his personal life. And in every new viral thirst tweet about him drives me insane." And then somebody retweeted this tweet and said, "Now we know who this tweet is about." And the original tweeter, the person who originally tweeted it, said, "Ding, ding, 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 ding." Then another person came out, another director who has since deleted his tweets, has come out and said, "I'm going to say this about Jonathan Majors." And this came out on March 23rd. This is Tim Nicolai. "I'm going to say this about Jonathan Majors and be done with it. Folks at Yale and in the broader NYC community have known him for years. He's a sociopath and abuser, and this is how virtually everyone speaks about him. It's a shame it took this long for him to be reported." Then he said again, "I'm already seeing a bunch of why didn't you do anything. People have tried, ultimately needed a victim to come forward. It's both simultaneously awful to know he's still doing this and also a relief that he may never get to do it again." The irony is that, now we're back to Darkest Hues commentary. The irony is that Jonathan Majors' alleged victim would still be discredited if she was Black. That's the thing. It's just like, and that's what I tweeted on Saturday. If the victim is Black, she's lying. If the victim is white, she's lying. We live in America, most of us, and we live in America. It is a victim blaming culture. It is a victim blaming culture. It really is. The first thing you do is figure out how to position the person who's been accused as innocent, right? And the person has lied or has a reason to lie or has something to gain by lying, right? And it's just how it is. And so the first thing people do is discredit people. It doesn't matter if she comes out the day of, if she comes out in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years, automatically she's lying. I'm surprised y'all didn't say Cheryl Lee Ralph was lying. While some Black people are questioning these allegations because Major's girlfriend might be white, being Black doesn't necessarily guarantee you perceived credibility either. It's not like Black women are spared from public scrutiny and doubt when they come forward with their stories of intraracial abuse. It's actually the opposite. Like white women, Black women are also accused of lying and colluding to tear Black men down, in quotes, when they report abuse. This is not Jonathan Majors' karma. There's a widely shared sentiment that this, being arrested on domestic abuse charges, is Majors' karma for seemingly preferring white women. Since the news broke of his arrest, many took to Twitter and Instagram to comment, "See, this is what you get for messing with them white girls," in a variety of ways. A few are even comparing Major's arrest to Emmett Till's lynching. I want y'all to let Emmett Till rest. I really do. I want you to leave that 14-year-old boy alone. I do. I really do. I really do. I want y'all to let him rest. And presenting it as a cautionary tale against interacting with white women. Not every accused Black man is Emmett Till. While there's a long enduring history of Black men being falsely accused by white women, this history is sometimes inappropriately applied to discredit accusers, even when they are Black women. Black women who dare to speak up about intraracial violence risk being confused with the white women who lied and colluded to incriminate Black men. Powerful Black men are not exempt from participating in the same types of violence their white colleagues inflict against women. Not every accused Black man is Emmett Till. In 2017, Keke Palmer accused Trey Songz of sexual intimidation during a video shoot. Since then, several other women have accused Trey Songz of violence. Trey Songz, like other famous accused Black men, has found refuge in this narrative that two groups of women exist. One, the women who are actually truthful about their experiences with harassment, and two, the ones who are trying to ruin men's lives with false allegations. And according to him, all of his accusers conveniently belong to the latter group. What might be different if Major's alleged victim was Black? The current discourse unfolding online shows that some people think Majors might have evaded arrest if he dated Black women due to the following stereotypes about abused Black women. Get into this. Black women can handle abuse better because they are stronger than other races of women. Black women are more tolerant of abuse. Black women will protect Black men to their own detriment because they are ride or die. Black women too internalize these stereotypes and can be deterred from reporting abuse for a myriad of complex reasons, including lack of support and possible harm from police and punitive institutions. The idea, because it does happen, that the Black women, there's these ideas that we tolerate it, we deal with it, we don't want to call the cops on Black men. That's where they are able to kind of sit in that space where I can abuse you and you ain't gonna call the cops on me because we know how cops treat Black people, not just Black men. So you're not gonna call the cops on me. So I can abuse you, terrorize you, and not do nothing about, and you not do anything about it because you don't want the interaction with the cops. I implore you to call cops on these men, period. Call cops, file charges, sue, whatever you need to do, and don't get hooked into that, oh, you're just trying to bring a Black man down. Because we saw how they did Meg the Stallion. She's just trying to bring Tory Lanez down. And after it comes out that he, in fact, was the person who did what he was accused of doing, we have heard crickets. Nothing. We have, I think, one person, I think it was 50 Cent, who came out and apologized. I think it was only him who has come out and apologized for his commentary surrounding that case. But Black women aren't believed either. So tell your stories. You know, that's all I got to say. If it's not true and she's lying, then she should be in trouble for that. I think that should be the case for anybody. If you say somebody did something and they didn't do it, and it turns out that you're lying, right? And it turns out that you're lying, you should get in trouble for that. You should definitely get in trouble for that because you're lying, right? You're trying to harm somebody by lying on them. So, you know, this Michael Irvin situation, we saw that situation. He barely even spoke to the woman, and she tried to say that he touched her or something like that, and he didn't, and he lost things for that. She should get in trouble for that. Period. That's how I feel about it. So that's how I feel about the Jonathan Majors situation. I don't know what else to say. If it comes out that, you know, he didn't do anything, if he's exonerated in this video, you know, but people recanting statements, because we see people that get abused, they come out and they'll be like, well, I don't want you to do this and I don't want you to do that. And please, you know, we saw, the guy, the football player who threw his girlfriend into a television, she came out and said, you know, I don't want him to go to jail. Be easy on him. It's you know, you're a victim being abused, and that's how some victims of abuse, they act. That's how they act. It's just how they act. Let's see. Let's see, what other things did I share? The Cheryl Lee Ralph story. You know, Judge Joe Brown came out to say that, you know, he wants to sue her for defamation, even though she didn't mention anyone's name. Everybody's saying a hit dog would holler. What you saying it for? And then furthermore, why do you think, this is what you should be asking yourself. Why do people think it was me? What have I shown the public to where a woman can come out about a TV judge assaulting her and y'all think it's me? What have I done? That's what you should be asking yourself, Judge Joe Brown. Why? Right? Exactly. Iyanla Van Zant says most women want their boyfriends to act like their girlfriends, as she claims feminine presence is missing in the world. Well, I feel like the only reason, if she feels like feminine presence is missing in the world, that means that women aren't are allowed to be feminine. But this idea that these ideas of acting feminine and acting masculine and all these things, if the women are too masculine, it's because the men are not allowing women a space to rest in their femininity. Hell, men can't even rest in their masculinity, in their true divine masculinity, because they're too busy performing toxic masculinity. That's what they're doing, instead of actually sitting in their divine masculinity and embracing their divine femininity, because each of us hold both. That is the reason why women can step into masculinity when they need to, when they must, when they have to exert whatever characteristics have been assigned to masculinity. Women can do that in the absence of a person who is supposed to be masculine. They can do that. They're able to do that in the absence of masculinity. So if there is a problem with women being masculine, that means there's an absence of masculine. So the woman has to step into that role. That's all. That's how I see it. So let's hear it.
My experience and my observation is that most women are men in skirts, meaning that the way their presence, their being, the way we roll in the world, it's very masculine because we've been conditioned and programmed out of our feminine. And when I say, I don't mean feminist movement in the world, I want to be a fireman or football player. I'm talking about, I'm talking about that. I'm talking about how to be a woman in your being. What is the distinction between feminine power and masculine power? And we've been conditioned and trained to be men in skirts. We do everything like men. We compete like men. I said this on the R Spot a few weeks ago. I said, most women want their boyfriend to act like their girlfriend, chatting, shopping. But when the man comes home, what they meet is another dude. My experience and my observation.
So let's see what some of the comments say. Portia for real. She said, I respectfully rebuke it. We are wives to men who act like husbands. We are ladies and always feminine when with real men. Another person says, a lot of women aren't feminine, but it's deeper than just romantic relations. It's a societal disconnect. The real world isn't kind, and defense mechanisms are hard to break free from. There's another one says, the men want to be women all on their own. We certainly don't want them to be. Here's another one. She says single mothers, but I'm going to call them solo parents. Solo parents have to be strong because father isn't around. Now she's a protector and provider, cooking and cleaning, and the father is off doing his own thing. I blame absent fathers. I said what I said before y'all start saying I was raised by my single father, she said. Here's another one. We've been conditioned. It's not like women do not want to live in our feminine energy. Honey, I live in my feminine energy, and I'm a solo parent, and there's no motherfucker man around. I live in my feminine energy, live in it. And if I need to access whatever you consider the characteristics of being masculine is, then I'll access that because I know they both reside in me. So I'm able to go from one to the other effectively, effortlessly, easily. And it doesn't have anything to do with a skirt, right? A skirt. Because women should wear skirts. Is that what we're saying? We now have to up our guards in every situation in life because we can't fully trust men in our lives to properly lead or protect us. We got to stop speaking like everybody has the same type of relationships. This person is a long comment. She says, let's take a deeper look. We've been conditioned to perform male roles because men refuse to act like men. Very few men that act like men actually treat women with respect. literally refusing to take care of their offspring, refusing to be protective. Women have to protect themselves, not only from the creeps in the streets, but also men at home. Make it make sense. So many single mothers who's actually raising babies. Media, feminism began so women would escape men, not to compete with them. Let that sink in. Exactly, girl, to escape them, not to compete with you, to escape them. Thank you. Who is this girl? Ambitious treasure. Yeah, there are so many components as to why women aren't feminine. In my opinion, safety on all spectrums is the main issue. That. Thank you. Can we? And this is another woman says, can we talk about the men who call us fragile and sensitive when we express our emotions? And please don't refer to me as bro if you expect femininity. Thanks. These are some pretty good comments. Women have been running the household solo for so long that many may have settled into a dominant role, and at many would associate as a male trait. However, when you're the provider, the head of household, and a nurturer, lines get blurred. Instead of shaming women who have to do it alone, have compassion, because I'm sure if she could, she'd pick a soft life. Is a soft life mean that you depend on a man? Is that what soft is that how y'all define soft life? That you dependent on somebody? Girl, what? Soft life means that you are independent. You do what the hell you want to do when you want to do it. Soft life has, in my opinion, has nothing to do with you depending on the resources of a man. Because, bitch, what the fuck? That's backwards as fuck. Bitch, this is not 1940. Is that what y'all define as soft life? Soft life to me is what Ashanti is doing. I don't have no worries, single, no dependence. You might have dependence and you could live a soft life. Relaxing, not stressed out, cortisol levels regulated, edges intact, doing what the you want to do. That's a soft life to me. If y'all are defining a soft life as dependency on a man's resources, so that you don't have to work, girl, go away from me with that, Apollo. No, ma'am. Absolutely not. So, Iyanla, I don't agree with you. We are men in skirts. So women have to wear skirts in order to be feminine. You see how those are structures that she's enforcing, boxes that she's enforcing, that women have to live a certain way to be in. When the minute she said in skirts, I know she's giving a visual, but this idea that women wear skirts, that is a sign of femininity. Girl, go throw that away. That's like that thinking to me is so old school. It really is old school. You could rest in your femininity. You can access whatever they believe that are characteristics of masculinity are, because they both reside in you. Your femininity, your masculinity is a mere performance. It is a performance. It is a performance. Me being a person with a vagina and breast doesn't mean that the only thing that I can do is be feminine. And so I need to wear pink and bows and diamonds and skirts and shit like that. Girl, get the fuck out of here with that. Out of here with that. And a man, he has to be a man, so he has to provide and lead and all this other stuff. If you believe that a person with a penis's divine role is to lead you, you on the wrong train. Already on the wrong train, honey. If you believe that, you are on the wrong train, unless you are a Christian and that's what you've been taught, is that man's role, because he has a penis, is to lead and protect you and provide you. But that is not their divine role. No man, just because he has a penis, is supposed to protect you and provide for you just because he exists like that. He's not supposed to lead you just because he has a penis. Not every person with a penis is a divine leader. A leader has to be trained and taught to lead. He doesn't automatically get the role of leader because he has a penis. Cut that shit out. Cut it out. And he's not supposed to protect you just because he has a penis. I think that's where a lot of women kind of they misstep. because they think that a man's role is to protect and provide for you, and it's not his role. That is not his role. Now, I was online talking about this the other day, and somebody says, well, if you're in a relationship with a person, yeah, if you're in a relationship with a person, yeah, you expect them to kind of protect you when you need protecting. Yeah, I mean, we're in proximity to each other. We care about each other. I'm going to protect you just like I hope you protect me. But if I don't know you and you don't know me, my expectation because you have a penis is not to protect me, child. If anything, I need protection from you because I don't know you. Right. And that's why that one comment that says that feminism is a way to escape the holes and the confines of these men. That's what it was. Not so you can be like not necessarily equal, but like let me have the right to get away from this person to where I could leave this person without having to need him. I can go work on my own. I don't need this person. If I want them around, it's because they're nice to be around, not as a necessity, but because I want them there. And a lot of these motherfuckers ain't nice to be around. And that's why people are opting out and leave. Oh, women always get divorced first. Yeah, motherfucker. Because they don't have to stay. Oh, it's not like the old school. Our grandma stayed. Go ask your grandma. Go ask your great grandmother. She would probably tell you, don't stay if you don't have to. And I stayed because I had to. Otherwise, I would have left his ass a long fucking time ago. Ask your great grandmother and ask your grandmother. I'm sure she'd tell you. Ask your great aunties too. I'm sure they tell you too. Shit. Anyways, I gotta go. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.